So this is the last YouTube for today. We started at 2 and I think I got 10 in the bag now. This will be the 10th today. So taking care of business. You're probably wondering, what the hell is that? Well, this is really what they call a concert horn. It wasn't invented by Bobby Shue or somebody like David Monette made it for him and gave him with the 2 bells. This has existed since 1887. It was built first in Breslau. It had rotary valves, and it's a cornet and a flugelhorn together. But I've just added some extra electronic stuff onto it so that I can play with rock bands and walk around. It has the receiver and you can see there's you see that thing there, Sean, right in front of you? That, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's the receiver and a sender. Okay, that's somebody making a telephone call that's driving by. Do you hear that? Is that you? No. Well, it might have been somebody else. Now, I'm just playing a bunch of bullshit on the instrument so you get an idea how inspiring something like that can be. I can also, Sean, there's a foot pedal situation there. Mm-hmm. Now, this is exactly what Miles Davis was using when he did his first tours and when he recorded Bitches Brew. Now, I know this for a fact because I went to my friend who has the biggest music house in the world, or in Europe, the last time I talked to him, but I think it's in the meantime in the world. His name is Hans Thoman, and I went to his electronics version, or Abteilung, or what do they call that, you know, the floor of this place. And I said, I'm looking for a Moog synthesizer. And the guy said, a Moog synthesizer? Those things, we don't have Moogs anymore, that's like old hat. But I said, no, I want to sound like Davis was playing when he did Bitches Brew back in the 60s, and they were using Moogs then. He said, man, you don't want that. I said, why not? He said he wasn't using a Moog. I said, well, what was he using? He said he was using a foot pedal situation for an electric guitar. I said, how do you know that? He said, because I did his sound on the tour to Italy. I know exactly what he was using, and I will show you that. And a Moog synthesizer would cost you like €3,500. No, euro? This wasn't euros, marks back then. But this little foot pedal thing will cost like 250. So I said, great. So I got this happening. There's a microphone here and a microphone there. And I can differentiate between one and the other. And when the thing works, now, we might be getting feedback because of the camera with the microphone and whatever, and we've got a secondary recording situation here that's happening over my thing, whatever. But on the stage with a bunch of electric guitars and whatever, it works like a doorstop. I might want to turn it down a little bit, and you can turn down, can you see the main gain there, the first, right at the end? There, yeah, turn it down. Okay, and here, you got another dial here, under the mute. See that?
Yeah.
Down. That's better. I actually had a piece written for this instrument called A Friendly Conversation for trumpet, double trumpet and brass quintet. If anybody's interested, they can write me. I'm sure I got the music in that place here. I haven't played it in 20 years. It's kind of fun, but the idea is to be able to go back and forth. Like if I just play a concerto from Cudi. Now you can go back and forth. It's not going to. You can't play parallel. You can't get two notes out of the thing at the same time, because the lips vibrate here. It makes the trumpet resonate here, or the flugelhorn, and it has an extra bell that comes out of the fourth valve slide and then into my power pack. That also is a. This is a battery transmitter, and it's all in one thing and weighs a ton. Sean? You thought that other trumpet was heavy.
Yeah, I know how heavy it is. It's very heavy. I don't even want
That's why I sometimes have weights here, and I lift weights just to be able to hold the trumpets up when I'm playing it. But can you get maybe a sound? Can you turn something there? Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe some echoes. At least an echo.
Sure.
Okay, it's a nice toy to play with. Now, maybe next time you come, I need a sound man for this actually. But I just wanted to show you a little bit what you can also do. This is not only a very thought through situation, you can really hold it and walk around. I can actually go outside and you can hear me playing. I can go into the next room. It goes through walls, even thick walls like this one, like this old Baroque house I'm living in. Sometimes I play classical pieces on it, or modern pieces like bitch etudes or Charlier etudes, or just improvise, you know, any kind of thing. And I think it's important to understand that you always want to challenge yourself with new ideas. Has actually a trigger here to play actually in tune. Yeah, because you're holding the horn with everything you got. You have to play the trigger out of the palm of your hand here. But that's the genius of Mr. Heinz Pogensee, the guy that made the trumpet of catches for me and whatever. You can see how that works. I mean, I need, of course, to put a little oil on it. So you can actually play in tune. That's nice. Oh yeah, that's going pretty well. Can we turn it up? Give me some gain. Gain. The gain is on the other end, Sean. Gain. G-A-I-N to the other end, which you turned down before.
Yeah, that. This is full up.
Oh, that's up too much.
That's drive.
Is it drive?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So there's interesting things you can do. My suggestion to any student or anybody that's interested in electronics is to figure it out yourself. Figure it out yourself. Go beyond the little box. Go beyond the book. Go beyond what the teacher says you can't do. and find out who you are and what interests you and what's fun. Because if it's not fun, it's a waste of your life. I mean, really, I'm sorry. It's got to be fun. And yeah, basically that's what I'm about. So I'm going to turn this off for now. I might come back to this to another time for another, ooh, yeah, a lot of stuff happening there. Might come back to this to another time and another YouTube to maybe prepare something serious that might interest you. Maybe this friendly conversation for double horn, whatever. Now this is another interesting instrument that I had made because I was bored. It's a low F trumpet. Oops, son, yeah, thank you. It's good. No, leave it off.
Yeah, okay, good.
Thanks. I hope that didn't do anything problematic. Now this instrument has a certain character of sound that interested me very much when I was trying to figure out how a low F trumpet should sound. The low F trumpet is the symphonic trumpet of the 19th century. Thanks, son. That's very kind of you. Just be careful of that other trumpet, okay? Thanks. Now this is a 4-valve rotary valve. And it has a glissando tuning slide to intonate. Very well thought through from Mr. Pogman. So you can see even how the tuning slide goes in a sort of a special kind of a way so that I can put my hand over and still move the slide. It's hard to hold, quite frankly. But it has a certain sound. Now, a guy named Joseph Kyle, or a gentleman, or an artist named Joseph Kyle, was the very first professor for trumpet in the world. He was professor for the trumpet in 1827 in Prague. And this was the first place where a professor for trumpet was written out. Later, I think Dalvenet became professor of trumpet in France. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody should write me. It'd be nice to know that there are other people alive in this world that maybe have seen this YouTube or another, or one or the other. Maybe somebody like David Guerrier. I sold him a cornet that I have, and we should try to play some cornet piece before you go, Sean. Just one short little piece to talk about that. Yeah. Sit down, friend. Just to explain a little bit about this rotary valve trumpet very quickly. This piece, Variations for the Trumpet in F, was written by Joseph Kyle in 1829. And my old friend, now deceased, died a year ago at this time, Edward H. Tarr, found it in the archives or in some library in Prague and decided to bring it out. And when you look at the next YouTube, you'll hear me playing a little bit of this Variations in F for trumpet and low F by Joseph Kyle. Till then.